Welcome to DCTV with your special host, Wolf. Tonight's special guests are...
Welcome everybody to DCTV. This is actually going to be a segment called DC News. I just haven't got any icons to show you that. And its primary purpose is to weekly, hopefully, let DC members know what DC members are doing. Whether that be comments on the forum or games that we're playing. And even though this is the very first one, and there's probably a lot of other games that I'm missing here, I just got a few that DC members are playing. And you as a DC member, you too could be playing with your clan. Let's go to the next one, or the first one here. It's Star Wars Attack Squadrons. This is something that you can get a beta code right now from Hardware if you're a DC member. Ask him for it and he can send you one and you can play it. Let's take a look. Now, if you're not familiar with Star Wars Attack Squadron, it's a free-to-play online space combat game where players customize iconic Star Wars ships and engage in high-velocity 16-player dogfights in fabled Star Wars locations. In other words, that means that this is a match play. You go in, you fight, and you're out. So it's not a persistent world. Some of the features are intense PvP action. You can battle online in 3 PvP game modes, and those game modes are free to play. Sorry, those game modes are free for all. They're all free to play. It is a free to play game, by the way. Free for all, fight for glory, and 16-player death matches. So when you're in free for all fight, you're playing against 15 other people. You being the 16th one. Team dogfight. So you and another team are playing against each other. You join a team and you can decimate the enemy team. Obviously, I'm reading this off their website. And the other mode is base defense. Currently in this beta, that mode is not available. I can tell you personally, the team dogfight's my favorite. It seems a little easier because it is just like any free-for-all. This is hectic, and it's not like last man standing or anything. You when you die, you can come back and get into the fight. They do have ship customization. You can upgrade and personalize your ships as you collect and modify them to your own specifications. I did see that. I didn't play this long enough to get into it a lot. But I did, upgrade my engines and my blasters and things of that nature. And there's a kind of like a fail or succeed kind of thing going on there, where if you push it too much, you could fail unless you have insurance. And all this stuff is when you go to upgrade, or if you have insurance so you don't lose whatever you're trying to upgrade, is part of the items that you collect. Like this right here, you get these crates and you open them up. Now here I didn't get anything, but usually you would get some crates, and when you open these crates, you can get XP or things you can spend towards upgrading your ship. And those, I guess they're calling those rewards. You earn points after successful matches to unlocked items in your upgrades, and that's what we've just seen right there. They will have regular updates, new ships, items, and upgrades every month, they say. Now, you've seen just a little bit about the gameplay here, I'll tell you. First of all, this is a web-based game, so you go on a web page, you click play, and you're playing off a web page. It does download some stuff, but it's not like your traditional game that you play. And I had a lot of difficulty with controlling my ship because, as you can see that arrow there, I don't know if you can see it in the middle. I'm going left, I'm going right, up, down, left, right, all that with my mouse movement. And keyboard stuff like Q and E, those are the things that you can do special moves like fly backwards. Spacebar is doing this right now. So and that's the E key, I believe it was. But you're moving around with your mouse. You go left with your mouse, you go right with your mouse, and this is how you maneuver. I'm having a difficult time with that because I'd rather use the W, A, and S, D key. Probably can't hear it very well with my recording here, but it does have some great background music. It reminds me of the battle music in Star Wars Galaxy. That kind of pumps you up a little bit. You see I have 2 missiles there. I'm trying to get a lock on that guy. You can, if you're good, you can, even if you have a lock on you can zoom and get out of the way. It just depends on how well. So he did a maneuver there, and then the missile I shot at him just went away. Well, it didn't go away, but missed him, I should say. Fancy flying, Wolf. With your injured chip. And if you see some of those other players, they're white. Those are my team players. This is team deathmatch we're looking at right here. There's a lesson for you. Don't run into the opposing team. So that's Star Wars Attack Squadrons. Right now, DC members, if you want to play this game, Hardware's got a beta code for you. You can jump in and play. Some of you might recognize this music from our previous podcast on the repopulation. We are still playing the repop in alpha. A lot of us are in. Hardware's been working his butt off and making Korriban in the repopulation. If you're a DC member, jump on in there and take a look. You can see it on our forums. You can also see it on the Repop's forums. Might be the alpha section. I can't remember. But he's done a lot of different things with it and kind of showing us what our city is going to look like when we get in the game, and he builds it, and he's built every piece by himself, so he's worked hard on it. If you haven't already, take a look at it and tell him how great it looks, because it does look really pretty awesome. Now I know some of you in DC might not be in the repop right now. If you want to be in the repop alpha, go ahead and ask Hardware, see if he can get you in. The spots are kind of tight, but you never know, there might be an opening. And if you happen to be watching this and you're not in DC, either one, you can stop at www.durmanhothclan.com and you can ask us about the repopulation, or you can go to the repopulation.com and look it up. It's going to be an awesome game. It's in alpha right now. You can apply still to get in alpha. Eventually it's going to be in the beta, and you might get in, you might not. But you should really check it out. It is the ultimate sandbox game, and it's going to be the game that we're going to play. Probably won't be out for another, I don't know, a while. So this is why actually why I'm making this video, something for us to do, DC, until the game actually comes out and we can play it. So next up is something called Anthropia Universe. The Bear clued us in on this. It's seriously is a game you just got to play to experience. It's extremely sandboxy, if that's a word. You can so much stuff. It's just like, even for me, I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. You should. It's free to play. Check it out. It's a fun game, and Bear's playing. I'm playing. A few of us are playing. You can check out the post if you're a DC member on who's playing, and Bear can help you out if you want to get in on it. It's a kind of game that me personally, I don't know if I can play all the time, because I don't have that much time right now to put into it, because it's the kind of game you really got to research and know what you're doing to get the most out of it. The one thing, Cal's playing, that's right, because that reminded me, Cal is really interested in this whole thing where you're using, you can get real cash. It's a real cash economy. I don't know how to explain it other than if you make money in the game, you can take that and turn it into real money. And if you're good at the things that you do in that game, sell stuff or whatever the case may be, you can actually make money. And in fact, if I remember right, Cal was quoted as saying that he's going to quit his job and play this game for a living. I know he is joking, but this is that kind of a game. It has, if you remember Second Life, it's sort of like that, except in this game, you can PvP, you can kill other people, you can kill things, and there are quests, and it's pretty good. And you can check out this video if you want. I could play a little bit of it for you if you wish. It's just information about the game and how it's played. Let's kind of zoom through this here.
System in Entropia Universe. We will now enter Avatar Creation.
Right. Let's just leave it at that. It's a very informative video, and you really got to watch it to kind of get an idea on how to play the game. But like I said, if you're interested, post on our post that we have, DC members. If you're not a DC member and you are playing this game, or you want to play with us, by all means, come to our webpage and let us know. And we'll play with you. We got open voice communications. We can bring you in and talk. It's an interesting game. And finally, we get into the game I've been waiting for. It's Elder Scrolls Online. Now, it's coming out April 4th of this year, 2014. For the PC and the Macintosh in sometime June 2014, PlayStation, Xbox One as well. And if I recall, the PC and Mac were playing on the same mega server, and the PlayStation and Xbox are on separate servers. That's unfortunate. I wish someday that people would actually put them all on one, because the more people, the better. Personally, I've participated in 2 different betas so far. The first one, I was like, eh. Second one, awesome. They improved it tremendously, and I got past that beginning stage. And I'm telling you right now that anyone who plays this game, you need to just work through that first part and get out of that dungeon that they put you in, because you're on rails. And don't judge the game by that. It's just for noobs to say, here's how you pick this up, here's how you shoot, here's how you fight and move. You need to get past that. You need to get into the main city that you're in, and get into the game a little bit, explore a little bit. You got to get to at least level 10 to try out PvP, and that's where the action's at. It is, I could go into a lot of information on this, but I don't want to. In this particular game, you might have noticed in the first half of this video, I'm not too worried about any NDA that I might be breaching, because those games, I don't, not the last one game that we just looked at, because that's actually not in beta. It's open and ready to go. But Star Wars Attack Squadrons, you know what, guys, if you find out who I am, Wolf216, and want to kick me out of that beta, have at it. This Elder Scrolls Online, this one I wouldn't want to breach anything, because I definitely want to play. I've already pre-ordered the game, and I'm ready to go. And I'm really excited about this game, because it's something that I know as a clan, DC, I'm talking to you, if we get together and play this, we're going to have a lot of fun. And I guarantee for at least a year we'll play this, and that'll put us right at the time when the repopulation comes out, and we can jump in that and play right off this game here. It's a game that is, if you ever played MMO, you're probably familiar with. You know, you got your different classes, and you fight, and you have quests. But like I said, PvP is where it's at, and so much. You probably, if you are interested in this game, you've probably already seen this video. But let me actually show you a PvP video. It's not my recording, it is their recording, so no NDA violation there, even though technically people in the news, quote unquote, can do 15 minutes of PvP or beta coverage, but I even decided not to do that because I don't want to get kicked out of any beta. Here we go, PvP and Elder Scrolls Online.
This country is riven by civil war. The Emperor has fallen, and the Ruby Throne sits empty. Now is the time to strike. Throne is a beacon. Calling you to reign.
Well, there you have it. And I know I'm going to tackle this the wrong way because I really want to convince DC to come in and play this game. But I'm going to tackle it this way. Here's what I don't like about the game. It has the potential to be like Guild Wars 2 in PvP where the Zerg wins. Now they do have things in place to prevent that. Like in Guild Wars 2 you have, when you go to PvP you can actually see where the two different generals, I believe they're called, and I've posted on this, but I want to say it again. It's not like that in Elder Scrolls Online. You might look at text and it might say, hey, go here and fight, and you all go there and it's a massive battle. In fact, if you do a search on for different videos on this game, you can actually come across, if you look up the Angry Joe show, he does a good review on this, and he actually mimics what I've been telling you guys, is that the first part of the game is kind of boring, but it preps you for the best part of the game, that's PvP. And even beyond that, once you get out of that first part and you get into PvP, you start doing some high level dungeons, and PvE is great too. But my point is, he had a video of an actual player in beta, and like I said, they were letting some people show beta footage, And it was that he was in the middle of a massive battle. He had all three sides fighting over this one particular area. And it was a huge battle with trebuchets and all types of siege weapons. And it was just awesome. And just like this video that we've seen demonstrates, it's exciting and it's going to be a fun time. I guarantee it. Now, I guess I was trying to get into something where I don't like. So it has the potential to be like Guild Wars 2, where it could Zerg, but they have things in place, like I said, that you really can't tell where the main Zerg is at. So you might get in with a Zerg, and if you die, you get sent back. You can't really get back in to where the Zerg is. So the Zerg might be there after a major battle, but it starts to dwindle down, and you start going with your own group. And so it's this coordination, and this is just the beta that I experienced with this much fun. A little bit more that I have on Elder Scrolls Online. You have the different races here, and the different packs or regions. You got the three different ones, and we are looking at Ebenheart. There was one thing that I didn't like about it, is you can only pick three different classes, I believe they're called. But if you pre-order now, you can get, if you do the digital edition, you can pick any of these and play on, let's say, Ebenheart. If you want to be an orc, you can swear your allegiance to Ebenheart Pact. I believe that's what DC is going to play. And I guess some of the hardcore Elder Scrolls people are like, that don't make no sense. But, guys, chill out, because this is just for the digital edition. Once this game goes out, that's not going to be available anymore. So if you pick Ebenheart, you can only be those three. So it'll be unique to have if you decide to be an orc and play on Ebenheart or Aldermary or Marion, whatever. You'll stand out, especially if you stay with the game for at least a year. You're going to be unique amongst them. You also have a lot of different options, and DC player or DC members, go ahead and check out the forums. Hardware posted the different packages you can get right now if you pre-order, and I highly recommend, if you're on the fence about this, come on to our site and just buy it. Now, here's the thing that people don't like, mostly from what I've read, and that is this is not free to play. You got to buy the game. I just laid down $80 for this game, and I'm also going to have to shell out $15 a month to play it. And especially nowadays with all the free-to-play games, you're probably wondering why. Well, why on earth would you do that? You know why? Because this game is going to be worth it. I know it's going to be worth $15 a month and $80 investment. It's going to be worth it. It's going to give me enjoyment for a year. And I'm telling you, DC, if you've been looking for a game, this is the game to play. I'm telling you right now. Okay? And I think that's about it for games. So as far as guild news, I guess the most recent event was Hardware's birthday. He turned 80. I believe that in the nursing home where he's at, they brought him a cake and everything like that. He didn't recognize anybody. It was kind of sad, but that's what happens when you're 80. We had a bunch of other birthdays. We got a couple of new members that popped in. And I'm not going to go through every one of these posts that are on here. I mean, if you visit the forums, and if you're a DC member, you should be every day visiting the forums, at least reading and commenting if you can. You'll see that a lot of the members that are participating right now are throwing out different games that they are interested in playing. We've just reviewed a couple that seem like good contenders, but there's a couple other games that people have suggested, and I suggest that DC members, you should probably go in there and take a look around and read and see what's going on. Other than that, I mean, I just had this idea about DC News today, and I really should have prepared some type of guild news. I'm not like an event coordinator or anything like that. I'm more of a see something and tell you about it kind of a guy. But next week, I'll come up with something that happened between now and then that might be an interest to you. But what you really need to do are two things, and that's one, DC members, you got to get on the forums, and you got to start participating in the conversations. And two, this goes for anyone who's not a DC member, and as well as DC members. You got to go to the forums, and you got to start participating in the comments. And no, I'm just joking. Non-DC members, if you're interested, obviously you can find us at www.durmanhothclan.com. You can catch a lot of our past videos on the repopulation primarily, and information about our clan on YouTube. And you can also catch any videos that I've done for the clan on DCTV.biz, as well as some other photographic stuff that I do. But DC members, you need to get on the forums, and you need to start participating. If you want to submit some type of guild news to me, what's going on with the clan that you know of, or you personally, by all means, send me an email at wolf216@gmail.com, or post it on the forums and let me know about it, and I will include it in the next episode. But until then, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope that you kind of learned a little bit about as far as what DC is looking at as far as games to play. I really, really, again, want to stress Elder Scrolls Online seems to be the best, but you know what? I will play anything that the clan wants to play. So you guys, if you have an idea about a better game to play, by all means, post it. But until next week, that's the game I want to play. So I will catch you guys next time. You can catch past shows of DCTV at dctv.biz, as well as www.durmanhothclan.com.